From Monday to Wednesday, Aprilia, KTM, and Yamaha will test at the Jerez circuit, the first private test of the 2026 MotoGP season that has just begun. Test and development teams from 3 of the 5 manufacturers in the Premier class are in action, testing with the 2027 Pirelli tires they will use. Due to concession restrictions, both Aprilia and KTM will be at Jerez with their test riders. In the case of the Italian manufacturer, Lorenzo Savadori will lead the test. As for KTM, it is currently unknown which riders from their test roster will be present, although all points to Pol Espargaro or Dani Pedrosa riding the bikes. Yamaha, the only manufacturer with the highest concessions, can use any of its regular riders. Fabio Quartararo, Alex Rins, and Pramac riders Jack Miller and Toprak Razgatlioglu. Although at this stage of the season, logic suggests that test riders Augusto Fernandez and Andrea Dovizioso will race at the Jerez test. All manufacturers will ride 2027 bikes and Pirelli tires. The most interesting aspect of these 3 days of closed testing is that teams will have access to 2026 Michelin tires, the French manufacturer's final season in MotoGP, and will also be able to try the compounds Pirelli is developing as it seeks to become the championship's sole supplier in 2027. With Pirelli's presence at Jerez, it is understood that both KTM and Yamaha, which have fielded their 2027 prototypes, will split their practice time between their current bikes on Michelin tires and the 850 cubic centimeters bikes they are developing for next season, when the changes to the new technical regulations and the Italian tire manufacturer will come into effect. KTM tested the 2027 RC16 at the same Jerez circuit on December 12 with Pol Espargaro, while Yamaha debuted its 2027 prototype in several private tests held secretly in Iwata, Japan, in mid-December. Meanwhile, Aprilia and Ducati are still waiting. Both manufacturers have yet to test their 2027 bikes, presumably waiting for official MotoGP testing. The only 2 MotoGP manufacturers yet to test their 2027 bikes are the Italians. Aprilia will be at Jerez from today until Wednesday, developing their 2026 bike, which dominated in Thailand. They will also have access to Pirelli tires to begin understanding its performance, if they choose to do so. While it's not yet known whether the Noali factory will test its 2027 prototype for the first time, it's a possibility, but everything indicates it won't happen, and that they will focus on developing and improving the bike that performed so well at Buriram, where they won with Marco Bezzecchi. Ducati, which had originally planned to be at Jerez this week, has changed its plans to hold a private test at Misano on April 13th and 14th, right after the Qatar GP, whose holding is currently in doubt. During the 2 days of testing, Borgo Panigale engineers plan to run the 2027 prototype for the first time on Pirelli tires with Nicolo Bulega as rider. Aprilia, which will also be present at the Misano test, is scheduled to field the RS GP27 there, regardless of whether the bike makes its debut this week at Jerez. This means that by mid-April, all 5 MotoGP manufacturers will debut the prototypes of the 850 cubic centimeters bikes they will use next season. So, let's just wait and see. Marc Marquez suffered a puncture and a rear tire blowout late in the Thailand GP, as he was trying to close the gap for a podium finish, forcing him to retire from the race. Marc Marquez had planned his Sunday race to conserve energy and tires in the early laps before launching a final attack. But just as he was in attack mode, with 5 laps remaining, the Ducati rider ran wide at turn 4, hit his rim, and suffered a tire blowout, leaving him out of the points on Sunday. For me, it was a very good weekend personally, but there were some unexpected things. We were unlucky because the rear tire blew out when we went over a curb and went off the track. That's happened hundreds of times during testing, explained Marquez, as quoted by MotoGP. The curb is usually designed to punish you when you come back from the outside, not the other way around. Then my tire came off, but luckily I was already going slow. One of the most unusual things happened. At turn 4, even during testing, many riders went off the track, including me, and something like this has never happened before. It feels very strange, I don't know what to say. I feel lucky, everything exploded, and luckily I didn't fly out. This piano is made in such a way that this shouldn't happen, but it did. Now I don't want to waste time thinking about what happened. The important thing is that little by little I feel better in the race, Marquez stated, sounding disappointed. In fact, it seemed that Mark launched his attack in the final part of the race, and he managed to close the gap on the rivals ahead. I'm taking care of my physical condition because I still don't feel comfortable riding. I still need to understand my current physical condition. Today I couldn't brake as usual for 26 laps, he said. It all happened right when I was attacking. My plan was to go for it 10 laps from the finish, keep my fitness up, save my tires, and wait until the end. I had a little problem in turn 4. I took the safe option, exiting and coming back in, but we were unlucky today. Marquez has met with Michelin bosses, and they said this is a problem they need to address. Tires are prone to destruction in excessive heat. Michelin apologized and is working to find a solution.